Venezuela's government-controlled electoral council has declared the incumbent, Nicolas Maduro, the winner of Sunday's presidential election with 51% of the vote. But the country's opposition coalition disputes the result. It says the count was manipulated by loyalists close to the president. Nicolas Maduro has ruled Venezuela since taking over from Hugo Chavez in 2013.
I'm Nicolas Maduro, the re-elected president of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela.
Nicolas Maduro was quick to claim victory in front of cheering supporters. After the Electoral Council announced he has secured a third term with the majority of the vote counted. A claim the opposition was also quick to counter.
We want to tell all of Venezuela and the world that Venezuela has a new president-elect, and it's Edmundo González Urrutia.
The opposition, a coalition of parties which united to stand against Maduro, claims its candidate won 70% of the vote, and that the Electoral Council numbers are fraudulent. The standoff follows a tense night of counting, with opposition supporters demanding to witness the count amid allegations of rigging. Maduro's 10 years of rule come on the heels of his mentor, Hugo Chavez. Altogether, the Chavistas have ruled Venezuela for a quarter century. Election authorities and the judiciary are firmly under Maduro's thumb, and a plummeting economy has triggered over 7 million people to flee. Venezuelans abroad, in Colombia, Peru, Argentina, and Mexico, have reacted with grief and anger.
Today, the defeat of the miserable dictator Nicolas Maduro was obvious. Enough. Today, we want Venezuela to be free. The people's decision should be respected.
I want to be in my home. I want to be in my country. This is not fair. It's not fair. I wanted a free Venezuela. This was our last hope.
We will fight. We will fight for the freedom of Venezuela. Either we lose or win. We are going to fight.
Many international leaders have also reacted with concern, calling on election authorities to release more voting data. Maduro, meanwhile, has vowed to hold on to power and prevent violence.
Oscar Slenka is standing by for us in Caracas. Oscar, good to see you. Both sides there claiming victory. What's the latest?
Well, the Electoral Council has proclaimed Nicolas Maduro officially the winner of these elections. Meanwhile, we've registered cacerolazos or pot-banging protests across the country. People are still waiting for the Electoral Council to show the detailed results of the voting machine printouts so that they can be audited. However, the website of the Electoral Council is down, and the council's president said that they suffered a massive hack on the system yesterday. Now, the Attorney General just addressed the nation, and he said that the attack on this electoral system yesterday came from North Macedonia and is implicating in the investigation the opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado. So we could start to see how this persecution against the main opposition leaders is beginning to shape out.
Mm-hmm. And the opposition is, of course, challenging the official election result, claiming its leader, Edmundo González, won 70% of the vote. What proof do they have to back up their result?
Well, what we saw yesterday at the voting centers and the exit polls, just the overall size of the campaign trail does not match the expectations people had. But also, the opposition has more than 40% of the voting machine printouts that show the results. These printouts have to match the database given by the Electoral Council, and they have not provided that information yet. What the opposition is demanding is for the Electoral Council to show the rest of the printouts that were denied to the opposition witnesses, and also release the database so that results can be audited. Until then, there will be many questions regarding the validity of these elections.
9 Latin American countries have jointly expressed their concern about the election and called for an emergency meeting of the Organization of American States. Will this kind of international pressure that we've also seen come out of the United States and the EU, will that have any effect?
Well, we have seen in the past that Maduro will validate his victory with his allies. And already Russia, China, Cuba, Nicaragua, Bolivia, and Honduras have all congratulated him on his reelection. The U.S. has said it will wait the Electoral Council's detailed results before taking position on this issue. But they have hinted on stronger sanctions against Maduro's administration. Regionally, we are seeing governments demanding transparency. In particular, Colombia, Brazil are worried this result could unleash a greater migration to their countries.
That was DW's Oscar Schlenker in Caracas. Always great speaking to you. Thank you so much.